Hi! Today we're going to roll on through to make a multicolor card with the Stampin' Up! Celebration Sending You Thoughts stamp set with the just released coordinating Sending Flowers dies. The only way to get the Sending You Thoughts stamp set is for free with your $50 order placed by March 31st, 2020. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 18 years, I've been teaching others how to get their own hand-stamped smiles. And the coordinating Sending Flowers stamp set, well, you can just order those starting today. Here's a closer view of the Celebration exclusive Sending You Thoughts stamp set. Look, you get both the greeting and the sentiment. So we have birthday, we have congratulations, get well. Fantastic stamp set. The only way to get this is absolutely for free with your $50 or more order placed in my online store through March 31st, 2020. So here's how this works. We have this celebration, this little catalog, and you get your choice of one of the free gifts in here, absolutely for free with your $50, or there are some in here free with a $100 order. And there is absolutely no limit to how many free celebration gifts you can earn. Now, this is a lot of fun. I love it when one of my sweet stampers calls to place an order, and after she's picked out all of her free exclusive celebration gifts, I say, well, now you have Stampin' rewards to pick out. She says, what? So, oh yeah, your order earned free celebration gifts and Stampin' rewards with a qualifying order. It's just the best time of year, second to Christmas only. Okay, so here's a story about the Sending Flowers dies. March 4th, 2020, today, Stampin' Up! Has released coordinating products to coordinate with select items from the Celebration catalog and the January through June 2020 Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And most of these are available through March 31st, 2020 if supplies last that long. And the Sending Flowers dies, well, they're one of them. So why don't you say we go ahead and get busy. And what I want to do is my multicolor, well, I'm going to use Brayers for that. So I've got a piece of scrap paper down, and then I have some Whisper White thick cardstock because we'll be die cutting with this. And I start off with Whisper White, the regular, and I preferred the thick when die cutting. All right, and so the Whisper White cardstock, whenever you're stamping, it is just your best choice because it has a smooth, tight finish, so you get crisp, clean images. So I'm going to turn it like this, and I'll start with my first color, which is Call Me Clover, one of the 2018-2020 in colors. And now these are retiring, and we'll get that list, you know, I'm thinking more like May, but we'll find out. Somewhere in April or May. And the in colors, well, they're designed to retire, you know, every 2 years. So we know that's happening. So what I have here is a sponge brayer, and I'm rolling it across the pad. Don't just go back and forth, because if you see that, you would just get it on half of it. So roll it, and we're calling what you loaded up, and then start off the edge and roll it across. Okay, let me turn it like this, maybe, and get my arm out of the way. There we go. And so the way this worked out for my card, one full roll was just the perfect width that I needed. All right, so you can keep rolling and loading, getting that deeper and deeper, but I'm pleased with that. So let's go ahead and close this. A little push, click, and I tend to get dirty with, look, when I'm using the brayer. So a quick swipe on my stamping sleeve so I don't transfer that onto my card. Okay, so my next color, well, I'm going to use lovely lipsticks for my flowers. And so we're going to pick this up, slide in another one of the 2018-2020 in colors. So let's load our brush up. Maybe I'll turn it so I can keep my hand out of the way. And again, a full length. So we'll just go right next to that. And so we start off the edge, because if you start rolling at the edge, you'll have it really heavy, and that's not the look we're going for. Okay, let's get some more. And the sponge brayers are quite inexpensive. You get 2 handles and 4 rollers. All right, looking good. We're done with that. It's a little push. Oh, click. Listen for that click so you know it's closed, and another swipe because, yep, getting ink all over, but that's okay. All right, so for our next color is the Blueberry Bushel. Hey, you guessed it, one of the 2018-2020 in colors. And we'll load our brush up. And just a bit at the top. So I played around until I got my placement just where I wanted it, and it worked out really well that it took a full width for the first two colors. So it'll make it really easy for you to duplicate this. And I'll have a link under the video to my blog post with this card and the measurements and supplies. Okay, there we go. That's looking oh so good. So you know what? While we're doing some braying, let's do a little bit more. I have another piece here, and this will go behind it. I can't wait to show you this die. It looks so cool. So this time we're going to use the pineapple punch. Yep. The fourth of the fifth 2018-2020 in colors, and they just all look so beautiful together. So again, loading it up. So you know, I bought two sets of the sponges because look, I didn't have to take them off to change. That gave me 4 handles that worked really well, and this is equal size. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this all in, almost all of it. This pineapple punch, it is just such a pure yellow. I really like it. And it comes in the Stampin' blends too. And I find I grab it up for the center of the flowers and everything else. So if you haven't grabbed the pineapple punch yet, really, you know, you think it's just like Daffodil Delight, and it's not. It's just, I believe, even brighter. Okay, so we're filling most of this in. There we go. So that little push. There we go. Click. And a quick swipe. And a little bit more blue. I didn't close that up because I knew we needed that. So this, a little bit of blue at the top. Blueberry bushel to be exact. Okay. So now that we have that done, let's go ahead and close this up. There we go. Oh, good click there and a swipe. I will grab my die cutting machine and I'll show you how cool that big die is. I've got my Big Shot die cutting machine and I'm using the magnetic platform. You know, a lot of times with an intricate die like this, I would use that precision base plate, but I wanted, the placement was very important for me. So I'm going to use magnetic platform. And what we need next is a cutting pad. Here's the cardstock we just die cut and our die. And so that rough edge, that goes down. And we'll place this on here in such a manner that, look, first of all, I'm looking that this opening, I know is one of the flowers, is on the pink. It won't be perfect. And the second thing I'm looking for is the Stampin' Up! With the item number, that it is straight. Because of the circle, it'd be hard to tell, right? So I'm looking at that. So I have, it goes just the way I want it. All right, so then we finish with another cutting pad. Let me pull this out so we can place it on top instead of scooting it. And we'll go ahead and feed this through. So, with this, if I were using the precision base plate, I would back up and do it a second time. So definitely want to do that with the magnetic platform. How about we go for a third time? So like I said, where this hit on here was really important to me. Okay, so let's take this up and have a look. Oh yeah, that die cut through. We did a good job. All right, so we got a little bit more die cutting to do. And with the dies, we have the flowers that we could cut out and put them on there, but instead we did all that beautiful color with the brayer. And then you have these two banner dies. So what I have here is some Whisper White cardstock. And this is why we save all those scrap pieces we cut off. We think sometimes what in the world we're going to do with them. Well, they're going to work out just perfect. Okay, and go ahead and place this on here. And I'm going to stamp afterwards. I'm going to do a long greeting and get it on there just where I want it. I'm going to show you how that's going to happen. It's a pretty handy little trick. So there we go. That's all die cut. So we've got all the die cutting done, and what I have here is the Take Your Pick tool with the die brush tip on one end, and I leave the paper piercing on the other. I actually bought two, because on the other one I leave the putty and the spatula, and I leave this set up. So we can just gently roll across this, and look, have some of those pieces start falling out. And all right, let's see what we have here. So what we need to do is gently pull this off of here. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. Oh, didn't that turn out cool? So here's one more little center to get out. And so we have our stems and leaves are mostly in pink or in the green, and then some of our sky up there. All right, so how about this piece? Just roll this across real quickly and get most of those out. And what doesn't, we can just use the paper piercing, and this die cut through that really well too. All right, and so the foam mat comes with it. Okay, so let me show you what I did, because I was telling you how I'm going to get a long greeting on there straight every time. I know. So the way I'm going to do that is with my Stamparatus, the most wonderful stamp positioning tool. Fantastic. So I die cut another one out of Whisper White cardstock because I wanted the tag, and so I'm using this for my template. Okay, and so what I have up here is one of the Misty Creative Corners. So it gave me my placement. So I put that on there because I just wanted it right here. I didn't want it over too far, and this helped me get the placement that I wanted. And then I just put this in here. Okay. And I will use the Blueberry Bushel ink again. Pick that up. Oh, slide that. And so now, can you see this over here? I already set it up. I practice. I cut some of these with just out of paper and practiced. I had my placement just right, placing into my little template. And then once I had the placement, I set this in. All right, you see that? All right, here, you know what? I see what's going on. Let's bend it back a little bit. There we go. There we go. And this is going to go, like I said, exactly where I want it. Look at that, straight, because that can be a little bit stressful, right? And so this is my February 2020 thank you cards. I'll be making a lot of these. So this is going to come in so handy, because the other choice was to stamp, center that banner die around it, and cut them all one by one. I can just cut a whole bunch of these out of the scrap paper and then just boom, keep putting my template and stamp, you know, one after another, stamp, stamp. Isn't that fantastic? Love the Stamparatus. It is an incredible, incredible tool. All right, and so we see all this beautiful die cutting, and then we have this decorative around there. Is that just not a cool die or what? Oh, I see one little thing. There we go. There we go, to give it a little bit of separation on there. So cool. And then look what we're gonna do. Remember this? It's gonna go behind. We got our yellow sky with the blue at the top. So what I need now is some snail adhesive. Snail stands for super neat, affordable inline adhesive. Put your finger where those ridges are. How about we go ahead and apply some of that. We'll place this on here. So the blue continues with what we did earlier. Pretty fancy dancy, huh? Now, I am leaving my flowers up. I love the 3D of that. And so then what I need to do is put this on my Night of Navy, or not Night of Navy, oh my goodness, my Blueberry Bushel card base, which is right here. There we go. It was hiding. All right, so we'll put this right on there, looking pretty sharp. And so we'll use some more snail adhesive. Whoops. All right. And snail is great when everything's flat. There isn't anything that's keeping this from being flat, you know, such as ribbon or texture, you know, from embossing. So I cut that a little bit smaller, so now it's centered around there. Isn't that looking really sharp? Okay, so this, I could have done that, but instead I wanted the tag coming off the side, and so I don't want the banner on the other end. So what I have here are my paper snips. Boy, these are just the nicest scissors. And we're going to just cut off one of the dots. Cut straight there. There we go. Look at that. Easy. And some more snail adhesive. Let's just go the entire length on this one. And so I'm going to go butt it up to that left edge. And along the bottom here. There we go. Sending you a little something. And then we'll finish it off with ribbon. And I have here the lovely lipstick, 1/8 inch grosgrain ribbon. Aren't these in colors just beautiful together? And so this ribbon is in the in color too. And I like that it isn't, okay, we gotta make sure it's not twisted. I like that it's only an 1/8 inch. And I'm gonna make this really easy. Just tie a knot instead of a bow. But this die looks so cute with these vibrant colors. There we go. And if you tie by yourself, you get used to, right? We want to make sure that's turned the way. We don't want that twisted. And go ahead and just, like I said, just tie a knot. There you go. You get used to doing it by yourself, don't you? All right, so trim those off, and here we go. Here it is. Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness. That is a multicolor card with the celebration. Sending you thoughts. And let me show you, I did other colors too, because the grosgrain ribbon, well, it comes in all 5 of the in colors. The only one we didn't use on this card is the Grapefruit Grove. There it is with the Pineapple Punch. Really like that too. And here we have it with the Call Me Clover. And more subtle is with the Blueberry Bushel. And it's hard to pick a favorite. You can let me know, leave a comment on the video, which color you liked with it best. And like I said, and so this is my February 2020 thank you card. When you place your $25 or more product order with me in my online store or over the phone, I'm going to send you one of my multicolor Sending You Thoughts card with the Sending Flowers dies. If you'd like to make my Sending You Thoughts multicolor card, all the supplies are listed below the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. But remember, the only way to get the Sending You Thoughts stamp set is for free with your $50 or more order. And the Sending Flowers dies, well, they're available only through March 31st, 2020, if supplies last that long. So don't take a risk. Get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.